Well, happy Pastors Check-in. Thank you for listening in and seeing kind of what I have to share. You know, I think we're all guilty to some degree of taking Scripture a little bit out of context, and I get it, but I think that it's so important to kind of continue to go back to the full text and to look at it. And again, there's so many great. There really are a lot of great standalone verses, but it's interesting when you put it in context, when you read the fullness of Scripture, right? Sometimes it changes a little bit, right? And one of those situations was we know that we're called not to judge others, lest we be judged ourselves, right? And sometimes we will just leave it at that. But let me just read this. This is Matthew chapter 7. This is what Jesus says. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite. And again, these are Jesus' words. You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye. Then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. When you read the full text there, that entire passage, it's interesting where it ends up. It doesn't say that there's never any time where you should help your brother remove the speck from his eye. We know that iron sharpens iron, that we are called to help each other in this process that God is doing as he shapes and he molds. He uses us. We know that in our lives that God brings people along that encourage us and even challenge us to a certain degree. So the removal of specks in one's eye is actually an important thing that we can help do with each other. However, it is so important to first look at your own self before going to help a brother pick out the speck. How is your vision? Do you have anything blocking your vision? Do you have anything, like a plank that's stuck in your eye? I love Jesus telling of this because it's just, there's almost, it's almost funny to a certain point that he's saying, that take those things out, dig into your own life before you begin to help somebody else and make sure things are good with you. And so, again, it points to hypocrisy. It points to not wanting to deal with your own stuff and implying that you've got it all together and your brother does not. Well, there's not a lot of help that can be shared there. And so let's follow Scripture. Let's take the time to read a bit more than just maybe a verse to have a deeper understanding. So again, as we live our lives with each other, as we continue to help serve one another, help each other grow in our faith, as we help remove those specks, let's always go first to our own stuff and bring those things before the Lord, and then continue to serve Him. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for listening in. Bye-bye.